Good day, guys. It's Influence Tech here, and today we're going to be looking at HTML tables. And in our previous work, we did HTML quotations, citations, and HTML comments. And in this video, we're going to look at HTML tables. So, HTML tables help web developers to arrange their data in columns and rows. And HTML table is defined by HTML table is defined by our table tags. So I just have to create a new document or a new file, call it table. So let me just start my file. Okay, our doc type HTML and our HTML tag, opening tag, HTML closing tag, and this will have our head tag. Should be familiar with this by now. Our head tag, and our head tag should have our title tag, and let us give the title and table. Okay, title table, and also create a body content. Close our body. Yeah, so in this have our table, open our table tag, and let's close our table tag. So our table row is defined by our tr tag for table row. I have to close the tag tr, and our table head is defined by th tag. Table data or table cell is defined by td. So let us say table row and then table data. Okay, or table head first of all, because our table head have to upload the data table head. And let's say want to make a data for some people's group of people's name and their age. I have to say this table header should carry the name. I have to copy this. Okay, name, and this should be age. This should be occupation. Okay, occupation, and this should be okay, let me say sex, whether male or female, or use gender. Yeah, gender. So let's save this our file. Save as, I will have to save it as table.html, set to all files, and save. So let's go to our folder. You can see our table files already here. We have to open it with them. Let me open with Chrome. So you can see name, age, occupation, and gender, but it's not displaying a border. So we just have to use our border attributes and set it to 1. Let me save and reload. You can see our border attributes I will set to 1. It's being displayed right here, and if we set it to 2, it becomes tick. Set it to 3, and so on. So we're going to work with 1. Yes, we're going to work with 1. Okay, so we have to create our table data. This is our first table row. Yeah, this is our table row. We have to create another table row for the table data. So let me create another table row, tr, and close our tr tag. And under this table row, should have a table data for one of the persons. Let me see, John Doe. Okay, Doe should have capital letter John Doe. I'll close my table data, open that table data. Let me say his age. Say age 32 years. Close my table data, and occupation. Let me say it's a web developer. That's his occupation. And his gender, John Doe, is actually a male. Set it to be male. Close my tag. So let me save and reload. Okay. You can see we have just imputed some data on of Mr. John Doe on our table. You can still add more people. Okay, let me copy this table row and then paste it. So I have to do that for Jane Doe. Her age should be 28. Let me say she's a graphic designer. Graphic designer. And Jane Doe is a female. Let me save it. Okay. Jane Doe's detail has been imputed on our table. So let's try making this table to be a little bit big. Let's try using our width attributes and set the width to 100. Let's see what happens. Okay, width was set to 100. Okay, and let's try using our style. Let's style this to be 100% width, 100%, and let's see what happens. Okay, so with our style attributes and our width property, we actually giving a table the width of 100%. And for the sake of this styling, let me just say something that really important. This width is called the property, as this is called the attributes. This is the property, and this 100% is the value. So let me just make it easier. Let me just comment it. Sorry. Let me say attributes. Yeah, name equal to under the values we have property and value. Okay, something like this. So when we look at this, is the name or the attributes and these properties is also called the values. Yes. So let's try adding more users, more user data. Let me just come here and paste another one. Let me say Michael says Stampley. Okay, gospel musician Michael Stampley, 32 years. Let me see. Okay, his occupation should be a musician. Musician, a male. Okay, let me add one more user. Favorite artist, Billie Eilish. Okay, if I'm correct, I should be correct. I don't actually know her age. Let me just say she's 21. I think she's 21. Musician and actress, a female. So I have to save it and then reload. So you can see the work of our table with our table name, our table head, sorry, table data, and table row. So the table head actually is on bold by default, and the text are centralized or are centralized. Sorry, not centralized, not in English. Centralized. This table head by default is bold, and the text are center aligned. Okay, let me put it that way. Are center aligned. As you can see on our browser, the name is bold and the text is center aligned. Yeah. So we can actually style this table by giving it a border, a background color, sorry, a background of, let me say, blue. Yeah. So but this should be fitted mainly under line CSS. So I just have to undo this and save it. So if you look at row span and co span, Row span attributes is used to make a cell span many rows. Like I can give this, for example, a row span, okay, a cospan, sorry, a cospan of 2. Let me see what happens. Oh, sorry, cospan 2. Okay, it should be on the datas. I think so. Then do a cospan of 2. Yeah, you can see this Jendo now is not having 2 cells because I gave it a cospan of 2. And I can still do that for row span. Let me say row span attribute equal to, let me give it 2 and let's see what happens again. Yeah, you can see it's now taking up 2 columns and then 2 rows. So that's the work of or that the function of row span attribute and then the cospan attributes. And you can actually use this cospan and row span depending on the kind of table you want to create. So I just have to remove this. I have to remove these ones. And let's try making a table for let me create another table. Let me just give break tag here and then break tag. Let me create another table for let me say monthly allowances. Okay, we have to create our table tag, close our table tag. Okay, I didn't close this well. Table head, no, table row first. Close our table row. Table head, close our table head. And let me say name and allowance. Name and allowance. So I have to close my table head. I have to create another table row. Okay, first let me set this my border to 1. Border equal to 1. And let me create another table row for the user some details for the user data. I'll give it a table data. Okay, I will have 2 users now. I have John Doe and Jane Doe only. John Doe TD and his allowance per month is let me see $900. Let me create another table row for Jane Doe. Jane Doe and her monthly allowance, she earns less than John Doe. Let me see, she earns $700 per month. So I have to save this work and reload it. Yeah, it's Jane Doe and John Doe. I didn't actually style the table to be 100%, but let me just give it style it with a width of 50%. Width 50%. And save. Oh, width 50%. Okay, there's an error in this styling. I added double E instead of 1E. So 50%. And let me just put it on a center tag. Oh, okay, that shouldn't be necessary. But let me just add the center tag to it. Center. And I should close my center tag here. So I'll be able to move the table to the center. And let's add a caption with our caption tag. A caption of let me say monthly allowance. Sorry, monthly allowance. Then I'll close my caption tag. And let's see what it gives us. So we can see monthly allowance. I can actually style the monthly allowance depending on our own taste. You can add a style attribute here. Like I said, attributes are mainly defined on the start tag. You can add a style attribute at the end tag. So you can just say color. Okay, yeah, style color. Let me just give it a color of blue and a font size of let me say 20 pixels. So I have to save this and reload. So this is going to be all for table today, and maybe we'll treat more of HTML on our next video. So have a nice day.